Hello and warm welcome to all of you. Today I am here with the part 23 of History chapter number 3, Nationalism in India. Dear students, today I am going to revise the chapter in brief. We begin the chapter with the impact of First World War on Indian economy. First World War created new economic and political situation in India. Due to it, there was increase in defense expenditure of India. Even there was increase in custom duties and introduction of income tax. Due to First World War, there was increase in prices of commodities. Britishers forced Indian people to join the army. During the First World War time, there was a crop failure in many parts of India, leading to shortage of food in our country. It was followed by spread of epidemic which killed millions of people. So these are the impact of First World War on Indian economy. Now Satyagraha. Gandhiji returned to India in 1915 with the ideas of Satyagraha and non-violence. Gandhiji organized three important Satyagraha. Number 1, Champaran in Bihar against oppressive plantation system in the year 1916. Number 2, in 1917, Kheda Satyagraha was organized by Mr. Gandhi with the demand of relaxation in revenue. Number 3, in 1918, Gandhiji organized Ahmedabad Satyagraha in the support of cotton mill workers. These are the three important Satyagraha. 1916, Champaran Bihar Satyagraha. 1917, Kheda Peasant Satyagraha. 1918, Ahmedabad Cotton Mill Worker Satyagraha. Rowlatt Act of 1919. Rowlatt Act was passed by Imperial Legislative Council despite opposition from Indian members. It gave enormous power to British government to detain political prisoners for 2 years without trial. It was intended to curb political activity by Indians. So Gandhiji decided to launch non-violent civil disobedience movement starting with Hartal. The result after Rowlatt Act, massive strike and shutdown of shops and workshops all over the country. Due to it, British government started to arrest local leaders from Amritsar. Gandhiji was stopped from entering Delhi, and British government imposed martial law in Delhi and Punjab. Then after, infamous Jallianwala Bagh tragedy happened. Unaware of martial law, people in Amritsar gathered in Jallianwala Bagh on 13 April to celebrate Baisakhi. General Dyer blocked the only exits and ordered fire on gathering that left 100 dead. General Dyer came with the troops, and without warning they started firing on the people. Due to it, thousands of people were died. What were the reaction of the people after Jallianwala Bagh? News of the tragedy spread to North India. Strike and clashes with the police began by the Indian people. Government suppressed and humiliated protesters. Some villages were bombed. Violence forced Gandhiji to call off Satyagraha movement. Rowlatt Satyagraha was limited to cities and towns. But Gandhiji intended to unite people, especially Hindus and Muslims, for wider movement across India. In such situation, Khilafat issue gave the opportunity to Gandhiji to unite Hindus and Muslims of our country. Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, associated with Khilafat committee, discussed united action on Khilafat issue. Sensing the opportunity to unite Hindus and Muslims, Gandhiji launched Khilafat movement, and this was the beginning of non-cooperation movement by Mr. Gandhi in India. Now, what were the ideology of Mr. Gandhi for non-cooperation movement? Gandhiji wrote one famous book entitled Hind Swaraj. In his book, he described that British rule was possible in India due to the cooperation of Indian people. If Indian stop to cooperate British people, their rule will collapse within 1 year from India. So he gave the ideas of non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement began with the surrender of government title, boycott of civil services, army, police, courts, legislative council, school, even boycott of foreign goods was also there. Gandhiji declared that if government used repressive measure, he will launch civil disobedience campaign to mobilize popular support across India. But some of the Congress leaders, they had difference of opinion about non-cooperation movement. Many within Congress, they opposed boycott of council election Even they had fear of violence. In such situation, there was no consensus between supporter and opponent of non-cooperation movement. So Nagpur session of Congress 1920 ended with compromise and adoption of non-cooperation program. Here I would like to conclude my today's lecture. Dear student, this was revision part 1 of chapter number 3, Nationalism in India. We will meet very soon with the next part of the revision of same chapter. Thank you very much for your cooperation.